Dear Oprah, my name is Linda Newson. My son Adam died of an overdose 2 years, 3 months, and 8 days ago. As a child, Adam would always remind us to look up. There was so much we would miss if we didn't look up. He marveled at the night sky and couldn't resist sharing his enthusiasm with his friends and family. His love of nature was contagious. He taught us about the wonder and the grandeur of the planets, galaxies, and beyond. While Adam was in rehab in November of 2015, we spoke on the phone about looking up, even when we're feeling down. It was such a loving conversation. Tragically, that was our last conversation. He overdosed the next day. One day, shortly after my son had died, my family formed a foundation in Adam's memory called Look Up for Adam. Look up. It made sense. It was Adam's message. While my son lost his life to this devastating disease, you, Oprah, saved my life. Now I know that might sound dramatic, but I can assure you it is not. Every morning after my dear son died, I lie under the covers, unable to get out of bed, watching recordings of your show, Super Soul Sunday. It was the only thing that made sense to me. I don't remember the words that were spoken, but I remember how I felt. Well, one morning you had Thomas More on speaking about a religion of one's own, and there he was talking about nature and looking up. Do you remember your reaction? You were so genuine and in awe. You said that we don't look up often enough, and you kept repeating it and repeating it. We don't look up often enough. You put your arms out and you leaned way back on your chair, and you kept leaning back and looking up. Now, can you imagine my reaction? I was crying and crying and crying. Adam's message, so simple, so profound. I was covered in angel bumps, and I was able to get out of bed. I started to make beads the way Adam used to make for people he cared about. I gave them to new angel moms, and we quickly became a group called the Beating Hearts. We meet once a week, and we make beads for other angel moms who have lost a child to this opioid epidemic. We heal broken hearts, one bead at a time. Looking up makes so much sense to me. I now live my life by those words. It gives me strength and keeps me connected to Adam. It makes so much sense to me that I thought Adam's birthday should be National Look Up Day. Wouldn't it be great if we could have a day to raise awareness of addiction and honor all of our angels? Wouldn't it be great to look up and reach for our best selves? Wouldn't it be great to acknowledge the awe and the wonder of ourselves and the universe when we look up? So I reached out to some people with my idea, and last year at our annual fundraiser, Congressman Zeldin proclaimed Adam's birthday National Look Up Day. It's in the congressional records. March 12th is National Look Up Day. So why am I writing you and sending you our video? What I would like is for you to acknowledge and mention this special day. Imagine how many people we would reach. Imagine how many people would look up on March 12th. Imagine the elevated vibration and love consciousness we could create when we all look up. What am I looking up for? I'm looking up for awareness, for peace, for clarity, for unity, for compassion and love. I'm looking up for the people struggling with isolation, shame, pain, and stigma of addiction. I'm looking up for their beautiful mommies who live in confusion, fear, and panic as they hold on to the dreams and unconditional love they have for their child. I am looking up for the dignity and goodness of all the brave warriors in recovery. I'm looking up for all of our beautiful angels. I'm looking up for all the courageous families who are recovering from losing their loved one to this overwhelming disease. I'm looking up for my family who misses and honors Adam every moment of every day. I'm looking up for Adam, my son, my angel, who is loving me, guarding me, and guiding me. Oprah, with an open heart, I thank you for listening and for hearing.
Having a group like Look Up for Adam of people that you can meet with and can share your loss is very significant. It's a very difficult journey. It's the most devastating loss. And also him being an only child makes it that much harder.
They're now my sisters. I have a whole new family. No one knows what it's like to go through this, except for the ones that have been through it.
Being with Linda in this group, doing the beading, and is wonderful. I mean, you don't know how you get through it without them all.
Look Up for Adam has helped a lot. I know when it first happened, I was like, oh, I'm a man, I can do this by myself. I don't need to talk to people. I could do this all on my own. But it just eats you alive. The first time I went in, you're just embraced the entire room is just filled with love, and you know that this is where I'm supposed to be. This is what makes everything okay.
I'm thankful for the people that have been so supportive to us. Linda and the Beating Hearts reached out to me immediately after they heard of my son's passing and hugged me from the first moment I met them, and they've been hugging me ever since.
Finally, I found Look Up for Adam, this amazing organization that I found through friends and this organization has totally changed me and helped me and given me such strength and given me the strength to help others. And I am so, so grateful to be a part of this terrible group of beautiful people.
We're in this very elite club that sucks, but the members are awesome. We're very, very, very close, and we learn a lot from one another. We help one another, we laugh, we cry. It's just a much needed part in this whole grieving process.
I think that's what I like most about this group, is that for as painful as this is, it's the brave souls in this room that help us carry on.
To tell your child they can't come in the house, you know, you have to change the locks on the door so they can't just come and go. And nobody really understood what we were going through. They had no idea. You know, my family and friends had no idea really how difficult this was for us.
When the phone rang, you just tensed up. You didn't know what was going to be on the other end of that phone. It's not a smooth, normal life. And the whole time, my son knew that there was a problem, but he didn't know how to solve it either.
Seeing how one person, my mom, has made such a difference in these people's lives, I'm so proud of her and so proud of what she saw in Adam and his gifts that I was not able to see while he was alive. So all that negative feeling has transformed into these beautiful emotions of joy and compassion and patience and gratitude, and most importantly now, mindfulness. And Look Up for Adam has given me the opportunity to take a step back and be present.
I can't quite explain it, but it was like a radiant light that was the hope that I needed to be able to get up the next day and face the world without my child. And it changed my life, because now I deliver and make beads for other mothers. And I bring them that drop of hope. And I met women that also suffered this very same loss that I suffered. And I'm able to get up every day and still move. And I'm able to get up every day and still believe. because of Look Up for Adam, because of the beating hearts, I have a place to go.
We meet like once a week, and we call each other sisters. And they come in and they say, we need you, we need each other. They've gained so much strength from each other. And so many lives of the families have been saved or made better by the fact that we are together. We're like whole again. Separately, none of us survive. But we gained such strength just from being together.
To be able to make something for someone else, to do something with your hands, and it's very healing to be able to give that to someone else who has lost a child, and to also have somewhere to go, to just be supported and loved and hugged, and then to bring that home, because the better I feel about myself and the more healing I have, the more I can bring to my family and my other support groups.
We need to find help so that another mother doesn't have to feel like me. And that's what I want to do, and that's what we're doing with the Beating Hearts and Look Up for Adam. The goal is to save children.
My name is Linda Newson, and I'm Adam's mommy. And Adam is the oldest of my 3 children. And he was a beautiful, beautiful baby. We called him a prince. He had an optimistic view of the world, like all kids. He was looking up. He was looking up even as a baby. And as he grew older, maybe he wasn't comfortable in his own skin. Things started to change. When he was about 22 or so, he had his first breakdown. He fought a good fight. He tried to take the meds. He tried not to take the meds. But there were other drugs other than the pharmaceutical drugs that quieted the noise but didn't quiet the genius. So the addiction started. You just can't imagine that you would have to make decisions that would go against everything as a mom. I called a private investigator, and I had a polygraph test because I only wanted to know the truth. I thought if I knew the truth, I could at least try to solve it. I could at least try to find the answer. I could at least try to find the person who would have the answer for him. And so we sat down at the kitchen table. I left the room, and then 2 minutes later, I was back in the room, and the detective said, "Your son has something to tell you." And he did admit to doing drugs, and that's when he admitted to doing heroin. He went to rehab, came back. I don't know for sure, but I would guess that as soon as he was back, he started using drugs again. So he went back to rehab. He agreed because he had no place else to go. He wasn't allowed home. The locks were changed. I wasn't going to pay his rent anymore. So he was either going to be homeless or he was going to go to rehab. And so he went to rehab. And that's where he died. He always reminded us, to his last lesson to me, the day before he died. We spoke on the phone, and it was so loving. I thought I thought everything was changing. And we reminded each other to look up even when you're feeling down. And that was the last time we spoke. By his strength, I feel my strength. And reaching out to other mommies, other daddies, other families, joining together to say we can wake up every day, we can put our feet on the ground, we could walk, we could heal, we could forgive ourselves, we could forgive each other. And so we look up every day. We look up for Adam, we look up for all of our angels who have fallen to this disease. And we are here to help support families who are going through the same loss. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. I'll never give up, I'll always look up. I live your lesson every day. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
Are for you because you have always been my sunshine.
Do you hear it? This is a live recording of Adam, age 3.